I mean, they had won the year before with the earthquake game,
Yes.
and they thought they were going to go out there and just throw the gloves out there, and we're going to beat the mighty Reds. And ironically, Jose Rio stuck it up our butt. He won like four games by himself, 3 games by himself. So it was a very disappointing year. I finally got back to the World Series after 1981 with the Yankees, so it was very disappointing. But those guys were awesome players. McGuire was the guy that I played alongside of and was a great guy. I know Jose for a long time, but also Ricky, Dave Stewart.
Of course.
I mean, Walt Weiss, who's managing now the Atlanta Braves. So that was an unbelievable team. Terry Steinbach and all those guys. It was a really nice, refreshing change for me to go back to the World Series with some of the greatest players in the game.
Yeah, and guys, if you're just joining us, we are here with Willie Randolph, legend, absolutely. We have an absolute, we got a bunch of people that are saying they're on the way to the game tonight. And Willie, well, we'll talk about this in a moment, but I just want to let chat know that we have a bunch of items that Willie is going to be signing tonight, right in the Buy It Now. So if you want to get a piece of Willie Randolph memorabilia, make sure you hit the Buy It Now. There are some options to do some inscribed balls as well, to Willie's discretion, depending on what you would like. And guys, make sure any questions that you are asking in the chat, I am keeping track of.
Yes.
So I will definitely be getting to everybody's questions. I will do my best to ask Willie while we have the time we do. And make sure we're going to be auctioning off this at the end of the show.
Yes, we have the bat.
We have one of Willie Randolph's personal, this is a game-used bat. He believes from when he was on the Yankees.
Yeah.
It's a Yankee bat.
It's signed.
There was a lot of hits in this bat.
A lot of hits in this bat. Signed, inscribed, game used as well. Everything there. So I just want to let everybody know that's just coming in. So make sure. So there were a couple questions I'm going to go back to.
Real quick.
Yeah, you tell me.
Say one thing. We got a couple items right here. We got 2 great 8x10 photos right here. Jess is going to show them off right here on the front. We got Yankees and Mets. And then as well as if anyone who gets a baseball, beautiful glass display cases as well in the shop available.
And yes, to all of our viewers that are with us, that have been with us, that watch, that if you have ever purchased a baseball from us, and hopefully if you're going to purchase one tonight, we do have the cases, our baseball cases, finally in the shop. I know a bunch of people asked me for them. So did we give you the inscription for Willie to sign? Well, make sure that you are. Wicked, what's going on, Wicked? Tell me.
Sorry, did you buy an inscribed ball at CHP?
Make sure you buy, if you're looking for it, make sure you purchase the inscribed ball, not just the regular one, the signed ball. You make sure it's the inscribed one.
Yes.
And then we'll get to that. So we're gonna answer a couple questions, and then we'll get there. So
some great questions on the board.
We got some great ones. So I'm gonna go back up here. Let's see. Let's go, Willie. Well, I like this one because we were talking about this before. What's your favorite card? Do you have a favorite card of yours that you've had? I know you're saying you have all of the cards that have ever been made, right?
Yeah,
you're saying?
I have them all, but there were so many that they all kind of run into each other a little bit. Probably my rookie card. I don't know if the Pirate one's officially rookie, but I was with the Yankees when I became an official rookie. Probably my rookie card, but a cool card is that remember back in the days you do all the rookies. I think Roy Stager was on there, Jerry Royster, and myself. Dave McKay. So that's kind of a cool card because it's not a Yankee card, but it's when I first got started with the Pirates. So I kind of like that. I looked really young and cute at the time. So
just one other thing I wanted to mention. We do have buyers giveaways going tonight. So we have the classic Yankee hats available for purchase. We have a very limited amount of those. But anyone who buys, at the end of the show, we'll be running these. These are really sweet. I love the
we got the gray
old school logo
and the logo hat. So that's going to be one of the buyers giveaways at the end of the show. And then our giveaways that we are going to be running throughout the show are going to be signed cards. We have about a bunch of different variations that Willie had signed prior. I believe it was like 8 Yankee ones and 2 Mets ones, I believe we did.
And CHP, I saw you grabbed an inscribed ball. What would you like for the inscription?
Let us know what you'd like for the inscription. We're having everything. We're going to jot everything down, and then a little later on, we'll have that done for you, so no worries. Somebody was asking, Willie, do you remember your Gillette commercial?
Yes,
that you did?
I do.
With Nolan Ryan.
Steve
Carlton.
Yeah,
I was with the great Nolan Ryan there, and I think we were some kind of field somewhere in the boondocks, but yeah, I remember doing that commercial, and I think we had to sing like a little jingle or something like that.
I need to look this up. I need to look this up later.
It was worse than my Canon commercial that I did with Mr. Steinbrenner and a young Omar Minaya at the time, who was a male model, but he was sliding into second base. But that Canon commercial was weird. But yeah, I think we did like a little jingle, and I'm not going to sing it. So
there you go. So is. Now, as a Brooklyn native, yourself and myself,
Yes.
somebody was asking me, did Jackie Robinson inspire you to become a second baseman? Was that a big part of it? Or was he just an inspiration, or was he more of somebody that you were inspired to play second base as well?
He was just more of an inspiration, Jess.
Okay.
I mean, my uncles and aunts grew up in Ebbets Field, right there in Brooklyn, and so when I got involved in playing baseball, they would tell me stories about Jackie going from church to right to Ebbets Field. And it just inspired me. And again, I was always a middle infielder, so it was just great that Jackie played second base and an infielder. But I was really more of a Met fan as a kid. So guys like Bud Harrelson and Ken Boswell, some of these names, a lot of these kids don't know who these people are, but those are my early inspirations. But Louis Aparicio, because I signed as a shortstop.
Yeah.
Okay.
When I came out of high school, I was a shortstop. So Louis Aparicio, Bud Harrelson, all those kind of guys were really my heroes at the time. But Jackie was a huge inspiration for me. Got a chance to obviously meet his lady, Rachel Robinson, numerous times. So that's the closest I've ever got to Jackie, of course. But yeah, he was my inspiration, and again, a great man on and off the field.
Yeah, and of course, everybody that's just joining, we are here with Willie Randolph. I'm going to say this a million times, so if you're with us here tonight, I apologize for my repetition, but we'll go back and forth. With
one more thing. You know, we didn't introduce who we are.
Oh, right.
We
I'm
introduced who we are
important, I guess,
personally,
a little bit.
But we're a collectible exchange by Brandon Steiner. We are here in New York. We do some amazing things. If you're interested in any sort of sports memorabilia, we have some of the wildest stuff you will ever imagine. When people ask me what it's like to work here, the standard answer is it's like working in a museum where I get to touch stuff.
Yeah, pretty much. No one's yelling at you not to touch it.
Well, sometimes they are.
Well, that's true. Certain things.
There's some cool stuff here, I'll tell you that.
There's some really cool stuff here. We have it on our profile and also our regularly scheduled shows, which are booked out. I believe we have every show posted through the end of October. If you go bookmark those, you'll see Jake, Jess, and I. We do warehouse tours, and you guys get to just pull stuff and have fun. And please join us for those.
Yes, real quick. Bronx Zoo, we're in the
Bronx
house.
Zoo!
Yes, Bronx Zoo in the house.
I am here. I'm helping behind the
Hollywood
scenes.
Jake.
But I just want to say hello. Bronx Zoo member, Willie Randolph.
That's
Yes.
right, and they're always good to me.
Wow,
Even
that's-
I'm from Brooklyn, the Bronx Zoo's always been great. I remember the real Bronx Zoo back in the day when it was really crazy.
Was it a
Reggie.
zoo? Was it crazy?
Yeah, it really was in a way. I mean, listen, we all fought like families did, but we went out and played together. It was just kind of one of those, brothers fighting amongst brothers and the kind of thing. And with the media and George getting involved, with Winfield, I used to resent the fact that they referred to us as the Bronx Zoo, but in retrospect, I guess it was.
What was like a Billy Martin story about how good of a guy he is?
Irene, I see
People
it.
Wouldn't realize that they didn't know about it.
Yeah. Well, Billy had that kind of part to him where he was always very great with kids. I mean, he would just go in his pocket and just, walk around and just give kids $10 or whatever, just to, just for the heck of it or whatever. But he had a big heart. But it's just that, it breaks my heart to think that the way he went, the fact that he got fired so many times and got into a lot of brawls off the field. And I remember getting beat up a few times. He was getting beat up all the time. Not all the time, because he was quick with his hands. Billy was a,
You were around for some of those?
Oh yeah. I was. Roy White and I were having dinner one night, and I saw Billy knock this guy out. And this guy was like 6'5", and he was giving Billy crap at the bar. I'm sitting there having a nice steak with Roy White, and I see Billy walk in, and he was buying drinks for everybody at the bar. He was always having, and this guy in Cleveland was all over him, just razzing Billy. Billy was like, "Okay, buddy, okay, just chill, whatever, All of a sudden, Billy just ripped and cold cocked this guy, man. In the bar, standing right there. He went down like a sack of potatoes, and Yogi and Elson High was right next to him. They were like, "Okay,
Real quick, I just want to answer.
Yeah, we just want to answer one question right here.
Ice King. So in the buy it now, they're $99 for the custom inscribed. If you grab one of those, just let us know in chat, and we'll write it down, and we'll make sure that gets done.
And then if anything, if you're a little worried about chat, you can always DM us as well, so that we have it saved. What cards? We have a bunch of different cards.
Ones. We
A
got
bunch
this
of
one
random.
sitting right here.
Got a bunch of different randomos. We'll show you this one right here.
This one's 88 tops.
Yeah, I love that card. Play a little defense there. Yep.
I mean, one of the great things, one of my favorite things, Willie, is you have one of the best autographs out there. I really believe you do. Just not only in legibility, just in the care that you put into all of it.
I think
is
you
funny
should take
because
pride in your family name. I tell the
Yes.
kids all the time. I get balls and autographs. I have stuff in my house. I look at them and people say, "Who's that?" I go, "I'm not sure who that is. He was a teammate of mine." But I tell these kids all the time, take pride in your family name. I said, when you were in high school, did you sign your name like that? And he goes, no. I said, well, why'd you change? Just just make it legible so people can read it or whatever.
Yeah.
I got all these beautiful balls in my man cave, and some of them I'm like, I think that's Otani, but I'm not sure.
And Willie, there was a question that was asked earlier, and a couple people have asked, but something that I would definitely like to know as well. What would you say was one of your biggest differences, both your likes and dislikes compared to being a player to compared when you managed and coaching?
Oh, it's an interesting question. I never ever heard that one before. It's like when you play, you have a certain personality, and the way you play the game. And when I became manager, you have to adopt your own style. You learn from all these great managers, Tony La Russa to Billy Martin to Tony La Russa. All these guys were great managers, and they tried to always kind of put me like in a Joe Torre mode, where it's like, oh, you try to be like Joe. No, I learned from Joe, but no, I have my own personality. Joe was very chill. I was very, calm on the outside, but inside I'm like ready to fight, that kind of thing. So, that little comparison didn't bother me, but that was I guess trying to be formulated or whatever some way. But no, I just tried to be myself.
CHP, we're going to be running the bat and the ball, yes. So the whole stream is going to be about an hour 15 minutes. We started at 7 Eastern, so that'll be around 8 o'clock Eastern time. So just about 45 minutes from now.
Yeah. And there was a couple.
That's a good one.
Yeah, it's a couple questions.
Play partner.
Favorite double play partner, and then somebody was asking, you were such a defensive. They used the term defensive maestro.
I like that.
You now correct me if I'm wrong. A Gold Glove. Were you ever awarded?
No,
you were never awarded a Gold
No,
Glove.
I should have won multiple Gold Gloves.
You should have.
Yeah.
And I would say because you were
honest.
one of the most fantastic defensive second basemen at the time.
I'm proud of the fact I'm second all time in turn double plays in the history of baseball, tied with Nellie Fox.
Yeah, that makes no sense.
Is the man, but I did not realize that I turned that many double plays in the history of the game.
Yeah.
Really cool. Really.
Yeah,
cool.
that's amazing. So, and then then going off of that, who would you say who's your favorite person to turn double plays with? Was there a favorite, or was there a teammate you had that you just you had kind of that just chemistry going back and forth with that?
Because I played with a lot of different shortstops, and some of them were better than others. But in my case, Bucky Dent and I had a nice rhythm going. We won back-to-back championships together. That was, to me, the telltale to the whole thing. And we just had this unspoken kind of rhythm where he knew I wanted the ball, I knew where he wanted the ball, and we didn't have to think about it.
Yeah.
But I played with so many great. Alfredo Griffin was great. I can go online. Roy Smalley was good at time for a while. I had so many good shortstops. Bobby Meacham. So these are guys that I learned to work with because just give the ball to me, let me do my thing. I wasn't a guy that had the ball here, have the ball here or there. Just give it to me. Let me use my arm.
Scared me.
Let me
Real
quick. We got the boss.
Where did you just come from?
Can I get one with an inscription?
You want to tell everybody
what?
what they should be getting right now? The man himself, Brandon Steiner here.
I think you go get
A very
ball
green
signed
shirt.
by Willie right now with the captain, 77, 78 champs.
Oh.
Although there's so many other accolades, but first of all, Willie, thanks for joining Rare Collectible Exchange.
Having a blast.
How great is Jess, Ethan, Jake from the zoo? We live on the zoo?
Yes.
We're live on the zoo.
Let's go
We're
zoo!
talking to the zoo. We were talking to the zoo.
I gotta say that someone has to leave tonight with an inscribed ball. I keep seeing it in the comments. You got an inscribed one that says Brooklyn Baseball.
You got it.
Okay.
100%.
Might need that one. I
I
might need that
My
one.
Brooklyn brother from Tilden High. Where it's not
We got 3 people from
Brownsville, the whole works,
Right,
man.
yeah.
First
Don't
of
leave me
all,
hanging. Don't leave me hanging.
You're Brooklyn. I'm not Brooklyn here. They're all
This guy's from
Brooklyn.
Connecticut.
They've been trying to get Willie here forever.
He's like, I'm not cool. No, I'm kidding.
No, they're all Brooklyn guys.
Hey, if you believe that Willie is the best second baseman in Yankee history, tell me who is if it's not him. Tell me in the chat. I wanna
Because
hear.
It's
I mean,
him.
come on, like,
There's no close second.
There's no, it's
Yeah.
not
I
a
forgot we're
close.
live on my Instagram and Facebook.
We are. Guys, make sure
Let's
you guys, if you
go.
are live
Let's
anywhere
go.
else right now, first of all, we love you. Thank you so much for joining. But you should be able to hit that link down below and come and join us on Whatnot. If you are not already a member of Whatnot or have an account, When you sign up using our link, you get $25 off of your first purchase. So the minute you sign up, $25 are in your bank account on your Whatnot account, which is awesome. You can come here and you can use it to get a ball, a Willie Randolph ball if you would like. So definitely get on that. So hop off whatever you're on and go to Whatnot.
Link in caption, link in bio.
Link in caption and link in bio. Yes, what the zoo guy said.
Can we get
And then
some
guys,
shares?
if you are currently in the show, do me a favor, share the show.
Hopefully double tap it.
You can double tap, you can but make sure we are sharing the show. And then, guys, if you are just joining as well, check in the Buy It Now, right now.
Yes.
Willie Randolph is going to be signing. We have a bunch of beautiful 8x10s, whether they are Yankees or Mets as well. We have some of these great baseball cases, as well as baseballs. We're going to just be doing, regular signed as well as inscribed. And if you do get an inscribed baseball, make sure you just throw in chat what you want inscribed on the ball. And you can also DM us that as well, just in case. And then we are later on going to be running one of Willie's. This is signed and inscribed, and this was a game-used bat that Willie brought today for us. So we appreciate that very much. And then we also have a lineup card as well that Willie signed. So that's the case right now. That's what we're doing. That's what we're doing here. This is the lineup card.
Wow, love that. That's a real lineup card that was in the
Real quick, I just want to give a thank you to Wicked for boosting the show.
Thank you, Wicked. We love it. We love it. We love it.
I'm still using the candles in my house.
Yeah, those candles. I'm not even kidding. There was a candle. The candle in our old office. Your office smelled like that candle for literally until we moved out.
Too, man. I know I have Wicked a cheater autograph. Love you, Wicked. Go to Wicked, pick up your candles. They're homemade, each one. They're phenomenal.
Thank you for the promotion. Love it.
First of all,
Yes.
You and either like rock stars with this show. This show is
Thank you.
one of the best
Thank you.
collectible shows. And Willie, thanks for coming. We've been bugging you for a year now to get on this show.
Great to be. I've been here quite a few times.
Yeah, now we got him in the chair. We got him in the chair.
Also, everyone follow Willie Randolph on Instagram.
Everybody go follow Willie Randolph on
The pizza
Instagram.
video was a top-notch.
Yeah.
That is a great pizza video. We are loving.
I'm the lead off guy.
And let me tell you, Willie, I've seen a couple comments in here. People are wondering where the Fountain of Youth is.
I saw those.
You could still hop on the field. And then there is a question here that I just got to ask because it says Mr. Randolph, how did seeing Munson's leadership skills, help you co-captain, and as well as manage a team as well? But of course, the captain and everything.
Mm-hmm. It was very instrumental. I mean, Thurman took me under his wing from the get-go. He was a old school, gruffy kind of guy, and I had a little chip on my shoulder from Brooklyn, and I didn't know if I was going to be accepted. I'm a new kid on the block. Rookies weren't always treated, you got to pay your dues, rookie hazing thing. So I had a little chip on my shoulder, but I didn't realize how much Thurman liked me. What he was trying to do was get me to calm down, relax, and show me let me see how tough this kid is. So they would run me out of the cage after only 4 swings. Wait, you taking 10 swings, I get 4? Get out of the cage, rookie. So one day I thought I built up enough nerve to stand up to him. Thought he was gonna break me in half. I really thought he said, but then he finally grabbed me by the collar and goes, "Listen, man, you one of us, man. You one of our guys." And I was like, oh, I thought he was gonna break me in half. Okay. But that's when I thought I arrived because he gave me his blessings. He was just trying to loosen me up a little because I was very intense as a player. But Thurman was the guy that taught me how to be the captain. And I'm proud of the fact I was able to transfer that to the other guys, Jeter, Judge and those guys. Because Thurman taught me, and he always said, Rook, he used to call me Rook all the time. Hey, Rook, give it up to the kids, man. And to this day, I was thinking about Thurman because he's the man.
It is amazing to be a captain of this franchise.
I saw a couple of questions actually about that. And what do you think is the most important trait, or what makes a leader in a ball club?
Yeah.
What
Congrats
really
on the
makes a
giveaway
great
win.
leader?
Rice Homer, let's go. Sorry, somebody just let us know. So I think that's a tie game because they were down 1-0. So here we go.
But leadership is everyone's different when it comes to that.
I gotta text Mark.
Oh, I'm just scared of my water. Sorry.
No, but leadership is just something that you have to develop. Everyone's different. There's guys that are boisterous leaders. Some guys are just very quiet leaders. But to me, you have to be yourself and be consistent. Be there every day for your guys. Stand up, be accountable, and just be a really good teammate and make sure you in tune to what guys need. Tweak the clubhouse a little bit. If guys have an issue, you come to you can talk it out. So really, just everyone's different. I was more of a quiet leader in a lot of ways, but I could, get in your face a little bit. Jeter was really chill, but and Judge is kind of like that. So it depends on what kind of personality.
Was Jeter that chill or just chill on the outside?
On the outside.
But on the field,
yes. Just on the outside. Yeah. But Jeter didn't have to say much. He would give you a look. And if he gave you that look, and you knew to get in line or whatever. So when you came over as a new player, if you didn't play the Yankee way or play the game right, then Jeter would just shoot you a look, and you knew right away, get in line.
Don't piss
you know?
Jeter off.
Exactly.
Don't
That's
piss-
right. That's right.
What would you say? I'm actually curious. Obviously you're at the stadium a lot now, and you're doing on-air stuff, which has been amazing this
Yeah,
season to listen
thank
to.
you.
I love it.
Yes.
Of course you're always at Old Timers Day, which is one of my favorite events of the year. Out of the current Yankee players, or at least whether it be now or even in the last 10 years, has there been a player that has come to you a lot for advice, or you feel is like genuinely been somebody who looks up to the older generation or past Yankees and really wants to like absorb all of that knowledge and
Yeah. Well, one of the luxuries of being with the team after my retirement and everything like that is that I go to spring training with them every year. I'm in Tampa for 5 weeks. So my relationship with them is very close. They're like my sons in a way. So they all come to me. They always, hey, Willow, what about this? What about that? You earn their trust, and they feel comfortable coming to you. So that's a great question, but the only thing is that there's no one guy that feels uncomfortable. I give them my number, say use it if you need it, and sometimes they'll call you. Well, Anthony Volpe and I talked a lot. I even go back to
and now they have him at second. They
yeah,
have him doing around
well,
the
just say,
second.
you know what, I can teach him a few things, just call me up, I'll go down, okay,
Do you think he has the skills to adapt at second?
I think he can, yeah, and Anthony's gonna be fine. See, I feel bad because, he's taking a hit a little bit,
Everybody's
tough
on
town,
him.
yeah.
Everybody's on
him.
But you know what,
Yeah,
I think he's tough enough, Brandon, to handle it with. I think he's gonna go over there, and I think his skill set may be a little more suited at this point in time. Not to say he couldn't play shortstop. I mean, guys go into defensive slumps sometimes.
Yeah.
Sometimes you lose confidence. It's like a hitter. Defensive, you lose it defensively sometimes. It takes you a while to get it going. And so I love Anthony Volpe. Don't give up on him. He's going to be fine. And you
Yes.
watch, he's going to be surfacing.
Where'd you get
Yes.
this autograph from? Your old school.
Yes.
Yeah.
Spell it
Yeah, we were
everywhere.
talking about that earlier.
just a moment ago.
We
You
were
didn't get,
talking
come on,
about-
your teachers in
You
Brooklyn were
can
like,
read your autograph.
we were talking about that earlier, and I just feel like my parents, when I wasn't the greatest student, but it just make it legible.
We're gonna-
Take pride in your family name. I mean, it's your name. If someone can't look at that and go, well, that's Willie Randolph, but that doesn't look like, that doesn't seem like Willie Randolph. That name is, no, you can read it. You can see
Yeah.
it, okay?
you know what I want to do right now, actually, because we keep talking Brooklyn,
Yes.
so I would like to do a couple things if you want to set this up. Let's do, if we agree, let's do, if you want to sign
Let's
these.
do a giveaway.
Let's do
Also,
3 of these
it's gonna
balls.
be
I want to do,
giveaway.
let's do this, but I want to do an auction for 3 balls right now.
Okay.
So we got a bunch of Brooklynites in here, I
Yes,
see it.
yeah.
Also,
Let's go.
Bensonhurst Collectibles, where is that? Because I live over there, so I'm actually very intrigued. But besides the point, I want to do maybe a couple, we're going to do 3 of them, and then whenever I, Brooklyn baseball on them as well, inscribe them.
Brooklyn
and then
baseball.
let's run,
auction them off.
we can auction them off.
Yep. We'll auction. You want to auction 2 and give 1 away?
Let's auction 2, and we're going to give 1 away. So we're going to do, so how do we like that? So, we're going to do Willie's going to sign the ball, we're going to do, so you can sign it regular.
So you want me to sign Brooklyn baseball underneath or
Whatever you think.
You know
is
what, let's
best.
sign, let's just write it, sign on the sweet side, you can write Brooklyn baseball right above.
Right
on the-
above,
okay,
Perfect,
all right.
let's do that. And then I'll show, so everyone, that's what we're gonna do, because why not? And if my mom, if you're in here, hit the auction button, hit that. But,
Old school autograph. Let's go. I love it.
gotta love it. And,
I love those hats
Two of
too, by
those,
the
and we're
way.
yeah,
giving
these hats are great, yeah,
Yeah,
so
the hats
we're gonna
were
run 2
flying.
auctions on that one, and gonna be great. About Bonnie's versus Youth Service Ball, is that a thing I'm not?
Well, Bonnie's is the youth.
Bonnie's versus the youth.
So,
You're familiar with the Bonnie's, Willie, in Brooklyn?
I played against the Bonnies.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was
So,
with the team.
Steven, if anyone who wants to get a custom inscription on a ball, we have them available in the Buy It Now.
Yeah, it's in the buy it now,
And,
it's for 99, it's 99.
Just let us know both in chat and also shoot us a DM that says, hey, I bought an inscribed ball, this is what I'd like on it.
So if you'd like that, just go to the inscribed ball, get that, and you'll be perfect.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, Willie, what high school did you go to?
I went to Tilden High School.
Tilden?
Flatbush, Brooklyn.
Flatbush.
Yep.
Gotcha,
Yep.
gotcha,
Yep.
gotcha.
Do we want to start
Got
this
that
auction
first one?
now?
Yeah, I'm gonna show the ball, I'm gonna
Let's
have
show
him
the
sign
top.
these other 2, I'm gonna show this one.
Yeah.
Dot the i's, you're good?
Yeah.
Just making sure. Like, once again, the care that goes into every autograph is just something that you don't see a lot of.
Yes. And guys, everyone that is currently here, make sure you are also going to our account. We're gonna have Daryl Strawberry here on September 9th. So make sure you bookmark that show as well. It's gonna be kind of the same setup here with Strawberry. And this is the ball that we are going to currently
Yes.
auction
Yeah.
off. Willie Randolph, Brooklyn
And we're gonna get
Baseball.
that one started.
We also have Messier coming as well. That's going to be October 2nd. So
We're gonna get
make sure
that
we're
auction
booking that as
started
well.
right now.
We're going to throw this auction up right
So
now.
Brooklyn Baseball inscription.
Baseball. Well, you know what? I'm just going to say
Yeah,
it.
That's a great inscription.
That's a great inscription. We got a lot of Brooklyn fans in here. I'm surrounded by Brooklyn.
You are. You're
Yeah.
welcome. Have you never felt so cool in your life?
Yeah, Jess,
It's a great feeling. It's a great feeling.
Oh, sorry, Facebook. I'm like in you, like right now. Sorry. Like, my apologies.
Yeah, we have the custom
You guys,
inscribed balls for
sorry,
99 bucks. Brooklyn
So,
Baseball,
that's
just great inscription right
Let's
here.
go. Let's go. Let's get this up, guys. Come on. This is an absolutely amazing ball. He never does this inscription either. This is something we just
Yes.
made up on the spot about 10 minutes ago. So let's get this up. Let's get this up. Brooklyn Baseball, Willie Randolph. Every
Willie,
time.
which Brooklyn player did you look up
Yes.
growing up?
I was about to say,
Wow.
I saw that.
I wasn't really as much into a lot of the guys that came from the area. I knew the Aspermani brothers lived there. Joe Torre grew up there.
MVP?
Joe Pepitone, I think, was also from Brooklyn, I believe.
Oh,
Yep.
Yep.
Staten Island, one of them.
Was it Staten
Yeah.
Island, whatever? Yeah,
This was
yeah,
Staten Island?
No, let's look it up.
Yeah, well,
yeah. Let me
What
see.
a great take.
yeah, nice
Yeah.
take, Frank. And we got one more of those that we're gonna run. Do you want to run that now or in like
Yep.
10
Let's
or
run it.
15
Let's.
minutes?
Is the hat a snapback? This hat is a
Yes.
snapback. Yes. This hat is actually. Yeah, you tell me.
Both the buyers giveaway ones. So we have two for the buyers giveaways there. These beautiful gray new era with the old Yankee logo on the gray brim. And then the ones that I don't do we. I just want to make sure we still have a couple available. Yeah, we still have 5 left of the classic navy blue style.
Classic navy
with silver
blue.
ink.
They are all snapbacks, by
Yes,
the way. So
they are all
snapbacks.
adjustable.
All adjustable.
New
Right on
era.
the brim, new era. Gorgeous hats. Absolutely love it. So let's see. Let's go back to chat. Ask a couple
Yeah.
questions.
Real quick, Colette from LinkedIn says hello.
Colette.
So she just wants to say hi.
Colette.
A fan from LinkedIn.
A fan.
Oh,
Somebody from
okay.
like says hello. Someone's saying hello.
I know everybody.
So we're gonna run that next ball real quick.
Yeah, let's run this next
So
ball.
we
It's
got
the same
one more
one,
of
so I'm just
these.
going to show this one as well. We got another one, so we're going to run this. And Willie, while you sign that, I'll ask another question
Yes.
for you. What would you say, while we're talking about Brooklyn right now, what were some of your favorite memories, you know, as a kid growing up in Brooklyn and playing baseball? Just kind of the energy in Brooklyn when playing, just in
But
New
that's
York
the thing,
alone.
Jess. We played all kinds of ball. We were out ripping and running in the streets. We were playing stick ball,
Yeah.
punch ball. We made up ball, stoop ball, whatever that means, whatever.
Yes.
Softball. And we just played from sun up to sundown some type of ball. Play a little basketball. We jump on the grass and play a little football. We just always played different sports. That's why I tell the kids today, Jess, play different sports.
Yeah.
Don't just go to one sport, baseball, football, basketball. Be well-rounded. Nowadays, I wish I would have had soccer back in the day, because soccer is another great.
Soccer in Brooklyn now.
Lombard Jr. played a lot of soccer when he was a
Soccer.
kid. That's why his feet are so
Footwork.
sweet.
Great
Yes,
footwork.
you know. So I tell the kids all the time, play different positions, play different sports, and but we just ripped and ran. My mother said, "You're ripping and running all day," but we outside from sun up to sundown. Stop for lunch, for dinner, and we go right back out and keep playing.
Yeah, I mean
Yeah.
I just wish that we still had the ability, or just the
Let's go,
ease
guys.
to
Let's
just
go.
go out and
Let's
get a
go.
game going. You know, I grew up really close to a
Okay.
baseball field, and I wish that I could just go down
Yes.
and play and whenever I wanted, and knew there would be people there. You know, usually there were a couple people you could get a little
Great take
scrimmage
on that.
going.
Perfect.
Yeah, nice.
But we make up baseball. We've actually found a patch of grass and we would put bases down or just make up our own thing.
Yeah.
And if you're walking by and you got hit by a line drive, sorry, Mrs. Jones, sorry,
Yeah.
we appreciate it. Then we would run and to tell our parents, and we get a beating from our parents
Yeah.
for swinging the bat where people are walking, you know.
When I was
love the
when I was a
play.
kid, we would take just full, like my brother and I would take, and my cousin would take just regular like metal baseball bats.
Yeah.
And we'd hit handballs, and obviously that's gonna go real far. So that was a fun game. It did end in a couple of injuries, but you know, as they all do. But it's
Yeah.
fine.
Hey guys, real quick, I got one question for you.
Yes.
I've been thinking about this.
Yeah.
So, it's twofold because I
Awesome
saw
for the
someone
purchase.
mention
And
it.
guys, sorry, Jake, just not to cut you off. Make sure you guys we're here with Willie Randolph. I know I got a couple new people that are just
Yes.
joining in. Make sure that you are, 1, sharing the show, 2, ask some questions if you want. I'm going through chat, we're asking questions, it's fun. Willie loves to answer the questions. 3, buy it now. We have some amazing things, some 8x10, some baseballs,
Yes.
inscribed and uninscribed. If you want an inscription, you tell us what you want to inscribe, whether it's in chat or on DM as well. You could do both, probably better. And then we have Willie's game used bat that he so generously brought for us today that we're going to be running at around 9 o'clock, around 8 o'clock
Eastern.
Eastern Standard Time. So that's in about 26 minutes from
Yeah.
now. And then we also have a game used lineup card that Willie brought as well.
Yes.
So I just want to let everybody know. So stick around, make sure you're sticking around, and we're going to have fun and buy what you got because Willie's here. And we're going to be doing everything now, and it's awesome. Everything will be signed and sent out to everybody tomorrow. So make sure you're asking. And yeah, I'm going to stop talking now, and I'm going to let the zoo take over for a
Yes.
second. There we go.
Quick question, a little in depth. You know my belief. I wish you were a manager in baseball today.
Mm-hmm.
If you were a manager in baseball today, what is one thing that you would do differently than what you've seen with managers in today's game?
Ooh, I like that question.
Wow, great question, Jake. I would go back to playing really more traditional, fundamental baseball. I think the fundamentals are lacking nowadays. Home runs are great. I love a 3-run home run. Most managers love that. Three runs on the board, I love it. But I just think that baseball is a beautiful game and it should be played fundamentally, whether you bunt, hit and run. I think that's where the action is.
Small
really.
ball.
Yeah,
Yeah.
small ball, because it's intricate. It's a thinking man's kind of thing. It's execution, which I love. So if I was managing nowadays, even if I didn't have a great team of sluggers, I would beat you because I would be aggressive and take the game to you. A lot of pitchers don't know how to hold runners on anymore. You can steal bases. That's why I love the Yankees in a way, because they're a slugging team, but they also can beat you with their feet, with Jazz and Grissom and all the guys they have, Lombard. So I love that element of the game. So for me, if I was managing today, I would use that element of the game where if you go into a slump, speed never goes into a slump or whatever. You can actually attack a team where you can get runs on the board without slugging the ball all the time, that kind of thing.
Do you have a player that would be your first pick? Like you told the GM,
Oh,
go get me
man.
that player
Ooh.
because you play good small ball.
I love Bobby Witt Jr.
Yeah.
Yeah,
love
yeah.
him.
Good answer.
I figured you'd say that or like PCA or something
Yeah.
along those lines.
He's a total package, and there's a lot of players that play kind of like him, but I always see him hustling. I love players that hustle and run the
Yes.
ball out.
Yep.
Some guys hit the ball, if they're out, Bobby Witt busts his hump down the line,
Everybody.
and I love that.
Do you think the age of analytics has really been like the major kind of like downfall of the fundamental small ball? Kind
Yeah,
of?
I think it does because, it used to be a time if you didn't do the fundamentals properly, you wouldn't be in the big leagues.
Yeah.
Now, if you can, slug the ball, hit home runs, hit 220 sometimes you stay in the game.
Yeah.
When I was playing, if you hit 220, you got your pink slip, you're going home, you get a real job, right?
Yeah.
As they say, right?
Yeah, I was talking to a couple friends the other day, and we were actually sitting down and we were looking through the typical batting average. I believe we were looking in the 90s or
Yeah.
early 2000s. And I'm sitting there and I'm looking at this chart, and I'm like, there are 15 guys in the top 50. The top 15 were all batting 350, 360, and I'm sitting there and I compared it to today, and I went, I'm scared. I was like, one, is it the pitching that's done better, or is it the fact, like, whatever? It's like, obviously, I mean, compared to, the arms today and just what they've learned.
Yeah.
I think when it comes to hitting, of course, so much has changed, in the hitting process,
There's
of
an art
course.
to hitting.
But of course,
Yes.
but
it's-
pitching, I feel like they've done so much scientifically again with velocity and everything. So that has definitely changed. I'd say probably most drastically over the years with speed and with
Yes.
movement, which obviously, of course, then shifts the hitting because now you got to learn how to hit that. But
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
just that.
But if you weren't trying to slug that pitch and just barrel the ball and put it in play, the velocity will project.
Yes.
If you get a little backspin on the
Yes.
ball. But if you're going to try to hit velocity at the high 90s, 100 miles an hour, if you're trying to launch the ball, you're not going to be able to hit it squarely, consistently. And that's why you see a lot of guys striking out, popping up, because if you just put the ball in play, we're talking about, I love to watch Giancarlo Stanton, a perfect example of that. When you see him work out, when he does his drills, he just spreads out, and all he's trying to do is throw the barrel of the bat. He's not trying to generate power. He's strong as it is. He's a physical specimen, but he's just
That's
throwing the
true.
barrel. And when the ball hits his bat, Jake, flies out of there or whatever. And again, you get the way you put it in play, anything can happen after that. So it's just a different way of going about things. But I just feel that when a guy's throwing hard like that, you don't have to try to. You fall into the trap if you try to generate or match his power. You're falling right into his hands.
Where would you hold the bat? Okay,
Yes.
I give you
Yeah,
that. Where
You
would
were
hold
showing me
the bat?
earlier, because you had a couple different models that you brought with you, and you were talking a little bit about how you kind of changed throughout your career. Earlier, you were saying you choked up a little bit more. Do you want to talk
Yes.
more to that a little bit?
And that's how I would approach a lot of the guys that have velocity. And Jess, you're right. These guys it's phenomenal movement. It's not easy to hit. It's hard to hit a baseball.
It's hard to
okay?
hit a baseball, and
Yes.
it could come down
Yes.
to you at 100 miles an hour
Yes.
down the
Yes.
pipe, and you're still like,
But if I'm teaching
Whew.
the game,
guys, we're auctioning this bat off later, by the way.
Yes,
Just wanted to let you
yes.
guys know that.
There's a lot
Game used, he signed it. Just letting you know.
a lot of hits in there. You can always see this is the sweet spot. You can see a lot of indentations here, or whatever. I should love this bat. I really did, man. You know, I remember.
Price just went up $100. No, I'm kidding.
Yeah, signed, inscribed, and kissed by Willie Randolph.
Yes.
But think about it for a second. But Barry Bonds, one of the greatest hitters of all time. What did he do? He choked up the bat like this on the bat.
Yeah.
Okay? And all he wanted to do is get this little surface where he just met the ball and the ball would just fly off his bat. So for me, if I was facing guys nowadays, I wouldn't be down. And a lot of guys are down on the bottom of the barrel.
They are, yeah.
And that's okay if that's something you feel comfortable, because you have to feel comfortable. But I would just choke up just a little bit and stay inside the ball, and just where you have the surface to hit the ball the other way. That's what I would approach
I
it.
might be late to the game, but I just noticed the beautiful ring on your finger.
Yes, he's got the ring
I,
on.
know, I was going to mention that.
He
at
got
some
the,
point.
he has the ring. We're gonna talk about that in a moment.
Speaking
Yeah.
of rings,
Yeah.
collectible exchange. We're collectible exchange.
Oh,
here
yeah, by the way, we-
CXSteiner, and we get new stuff in all the time, including we have a large variety
we
of
have
championship
a
rings.
very
right
large
now.
variety of championship rings. We have a collection that is still in the middle. It's still in processing, but in the next, definitely by the holidays, should be up and running, and they are all
Yes.
authentic custom rings. hit so many balls on him. That was literally, if Aaron Judge had ABS in 2019.
That was my game. And we, I remember the repetition had a pretty good eye over time. But you know, that's one of the few rules that I actually like. Because, when you think about games won and lost on umpires call, particularly World Series have been lost. Perfect games.
Perfect games.
Colorado.
So when it comes down to that part of it, because it comes so quickly, I'm okay with it.
Yeah.
I mean, the thing that still drives me nuts about replay is that on the base pass, it takes way too long.
Yes, it takes a
Way
very
too
long time.
to connect it. I mean, come on, you see all these angles and you can see that he's a safer out. What's taking so long?
Yeah.
But I like the ABS only because, it's quick, it's done, it's a little, excitement in the crowd.
It does. It gets the
People,
ahs, the ahs, and the ahs. I love.
Yeah.
And it's funny because I sit in, usually when I go to games, I'll be at Toyota Terrace, so I'm right above the bullpen. And when you're there, you cannot see the big screen. It's like the only place you cannot see it because I'm sit like low.
Right.
So the bar and the Delta Lounge, I believe that is, it blocks it because of the angle I'm at.
Yeah.
So I can never see the ABS when I'm sitting there. But I'm like, it's fine because I just wait for the screen,
Yeah.
which I honestly kind of love more because I'm just like, okay, let's wait for the crowd. Got it, done. And sorry, just before we keep going, guys, we got a bunch of people that are just joining us. What is going on?
These 8x10s are an amazing photo.
Yeah, these 8x10s, I'm gonna show you guys these 8x10s real quick. I'm like yelling in the mic. I
We have both Yankees and Mets 8x10s available.
We got this Yankee one right here. The blue on blues is absolutely gorgeous. I love this one. And then we have the Mets as well. Nice Mets one. It's probably the only sentence I'll ever say with nice and Mets, but it's okay.
One question that I did see from chat is one person was asking if you could talk a little bit about your home run in one of the 77 World Series.
Yes, that was against, I think Don Sutton, I believe it was.
We also have these
have to
guys,
look that up. I'm
absolutely
not sure
gorgeous.
exactly who it was, but what a thrill that was. You kidding me? Here I am, 22-year-old kid in a World Series of Yankee Stadium, playing on my family and friends.
Yeah.
I mean, that's like talking about dreams come true, and that whole thing you say, well, I'm floating on the bases. I remember hitting the ball, the place was going crazy. Because the old Yankee Stadium, it was pretty loud.
Yeah.
I mean, you could literally.
Definitely.
I wish I could remember. I wish I could. I was there. My dad brought me a bunch, and I wish I could remember all of it. I wish I could have been sat there. And my dad would have been obviously I was 7, so he's not gonna be oh, really take a mental picture. Meanwhile, I'm sitting there with popcorn and a toy, and I'm yay, Little me wasn't aware of how important I should have really been taking that.
I
But
like kids to say all the places you can feel the stands almost bouncing almost. It was electric, it really was.
yeah. And somebody was asking, I saw them ask a couple of questions, a little off topic, but what's it like working with, as one would like to say, one of the biggest New York fans that there is, Spike Lee?
Oh, Spike, yeah. Spike and I go way back. Another Brooklyn boy, of course. Crazy sports fanatic, big Yankee fan. But I love his movies, and so that's why I, fell in love with him finally. I didn't know he was such a fanatic about sports in general. But he, biggest Knicks fan, obviously, loves all sports, but knows what he's talking about.
Yes.
Spike knows what he's talking about when he watches sports. So I just love talking baseball with him, and then I pick his brain about movies and stuff.
Of course. And let's see, we got one more over here. Let's, well, first of all, everyone that's saying it, they're just saying hi and how much they love you. And, a lot of people here talking about the memories that you've given them and, the legacy that you've left on a team. Who would you say, I'll ask a couple speed questions over here.
Yes.
Who would you say was your favorite, not your favorite teammate, but somebody, who was would you say was a teammate who was your brother? Your brother, on your team?
So they were all kind of like my brothers because I was 21 when I came to the big leagues. And most of the guys that I played with were veteran guys.
Yeah.
So I didn't realize that, I'm thinking they're maybe a couple years older than me, but actually they were in their early 30s. So guys like Roy White, Chris Chambliss, Thurman, of course, those were my mentors. And for me, my first roommate was Chris Chambliss. He hit the big home run in '76, and class guy. But those are the guys that really kind of took me under their wing. The day that Billy Martin got to that fight, Roy White was sitting next to me,
Yes.
having dinner that night.
Speaking of Roy White, put Roy White in Monument Park. I'm a big
Yes.
Yes.
And how about Greg Nettles now? Greg
Oh,
Nettles.
I
Yes.
know, 100%. Best
All right.
best defensive third baseman in the Yankees.
I believe that it's time to put both of them in.
Yes.
Those guys deserve to be in.
Definitely. Definitely. Guys, thank you so much for getting your orders in.
Yes,
We love it.
thank you.
Again, we have the 8x10s, and in just about 10 or 15 minutes or so, we are going to be running the bat, the game used,
Yes.
signed Willie Randolph bat that we have right here. And then, of course, we have some hats as well. We're going to be doing the buyers. What are the buyers giveaways of the hats?
So yeah, we have the
We
two
have
hats.
2 hats as the buyers giveaways, and we're going to be running after that as well. So make sure if you want to be a part of that you we have the 8x10s going for what, $24?
Yeah, I believe
We
so.
got the 8x10s. We have the balls. We have the inscribed balls if you'd like.
Yes.
So definitely get on board with that, and make sure you share the show. If you know a Yankee fan that's currently not in this stream, somebody who's a big Willie fan, make sure you share it. And if you know anybody, of course, that is not on Whatnot, make sure you share it. And then
Yes.
you get a couple bucks for getting
Yeah,
referrals. You get your
have
referrals.
own
So
referral link.
you get your own referral
You
link.
don't know that everybody actually has their own referral link.
Everybody
and
has
you'll
a
get, and you get credit, and the person using the link will get credit.
Someone saying they met you at a Patriots game
Yeah.
recently, or at a couple years ago. Class act, Willie. Somebody said they met you at a Patriots game a couple years back.
Okay, thank
But
you.
yes,
Appreciate that. Thank you.
Let's say, did you ever have a guy in the bigs while you were playing? And
Yeah, I
you
saw
were
that
like,
question.
And you were like, I can't believe that I'm meeting that. Like when you first come up, again, you're a 21-year-old kid from Brooklyn playing in New York.
How about this? Both Hank Aaron and Frank Robinson.
Wow.
In my rookie year.
That's
Wow.
those are some names.
But I was intimidated with walking up to them. I was I wasn't shy, but they were like big, strong guys, and I always felt like they would go, yeah, rookie, what are you talking about? Sometimes when you meet your heroes, they sometimes can disappoint you sometimes,
Yeah.
But no, they were great. I think Frank was at the time the player manager for the Cleveland Indians, and after he hit a home run on opening day. But I remember those are the guys that really just, and I'm not in awe with most things and most people, but I was just kind of like, I don't know what to say.
It's like there's an imaginary glow behind them. You're like,
Yes.
well,
Why do you think that concept, and you did both, why do you think the concept of player manager just went away? Like, you don't see it.
Well, it wouldn't work today, but there's so much going on and
Yeah.
stuff like that, and with the analytics and the matchups and stuff like that. Managers back in the day had more power within the clubhouse in the room. They were running things. They weren't the general manager, but they made the decisions. You don't see that as much anymore. So I think that it would be tough for that to work. Obviously, Frank was a legendary player, but he wouldn't be able to catch up to the velocity that's going on. We had guys that threw hard those again.
yeah.
We had the Nolan Ryans and Lynn Barkers and Frank Tanana when he first came up. Frank Tanana threw in the high 90s, whatever. So we had guys, maybe not as many as a collective group, but no, they had guys that really brought it mano a mano and was throwing the heck out of the ball.
Yeah.
I like this question. Are you gonna say the same one? Or are you gonna talk about
Well,
the
someone
slide?
asked like 5 times. That was a good question. Do you think Carlos Beltran would be a good manager?
Oh, I missed that one. Yes.
Oh, interesting.
They did
I think he knows the game. I think he would be. There's so many other things that go into managing, dealing with the media and, Carlos is kind of a laid-back kind of guy. I didn't never see him really get in people's face, but sometimes you got to get in people's face. Now, he could probably do that. I'm not saying he can't do that.
Of course.
But I think he would be a good manager. I mean, listen, no one knows the game as much. I mean, he could talk hitting because he's a switch hitter, outstanding hitter. So it's not as easy as it looks. So I'm going to say that he has the credential to be able to do it in some way. But until you get into the flow of managing after the second, third year, you see how difficult it is. It really is tough.
I'm sorry, I was going to ask this
yeah,
question. It says, would you say that Hal McRae's slide into you is one of the dirtiest slides?
Yeah, probably. But there was some back then where this is bad.
Yeah, like there was some.
that way.
Like you look, we were talking about that yesterday.
Yeah.
We had Jim Leyritz on. He
Yeah.
was saying that the one thing he misses is the fact that he's like, he said I would not be able to play today. He goes because I can't. He goes when you block as a catcher, of course, with him, he's like you block the plate. And you're like I want to, you're going at it.
So
So
when they win the game, I can't understand why. You got man on third and first, Winnie or
Juanito, what's up? Sorry, I love Juanito.
Yeah. Hey, Juanito, what's happening? But you mean to tell me? And I'm not trying to hurt the that Willie Wood scores. That drives me nuts that you can't go after the guy. Now, let me just go back to Alan McRae with him, okay? Yeah, I thought a mosquito hit me, okay? I'm sorry. It looked worse than it was, okay? Because the guy rolled, popped up, and still came after me. If that happened today, I could have probably pressed charges against the guy.
It would have been another Anderson Ramirez,
Well, was there like,
Oh,
you know, you
fair.
see so much in the game today, like these friendships.
Oh,
Was anyone saying
the
I'm
friendships,
sorry
yeah, the
afterwards? Like,
friendships,
I'm
right.
sorry for that.
Oh, I got a little David Wright story for you. I did that with Dave when I got a chance to manage the Mets, and I was trying to instill a little toughness in my team or whatever. And again, you can go in hard at second base, but you don't have to say, "Oh, you're all right," I can take him out. I'm doing my job, right? So David Wright, I love David. I think it might have been the second year. He slid hard and said, "Great takeout slide," okay? And I was like, "Yeah," and the sideline said, "Yes." But then when he got up, he kind of wanted to see if the guy was okay. And I went, "Oh no, you just messed it up, bro. You did a good thing. Now you're gonna." So he comes back to the dugout, and you know me, I'm crazy like that. So I'm like, kind of like, and so I said, "Nice one, Dave." I said, "Why don't you kiss him next time?" And he shot me a look like, whoa. And I'm like, "Oh, I don't know I should have said that, really." But I was like, "He's a great slide. Why you see the guy? What's that?"
He's fine. Like, you know,
I don't think Greg and George Brett were hugging after that, you know?
Oh
Yeah.
God, no.
No, I missed the ball from Sugar. Remember back in the day, you tag me? Get out of here. I'm with you, whatever. A-Rod did that a few years ago, and everybody went crazy. I remember at first base when A-Rod went like this with his hand.
Against the Red Sox, brought to the World.
Yes.
That was nothing. And I'm like, "Oh my God. Oh
Oh my God, you're like, you should have seen what I did. You're like, you should see what we did in
Yeah.
practice.
Yeah.
So,
I mean, so again, I remember that play. I saw it happening. Nettles double clutched on me, which made the play tough. But I knew that, okay, once he double clutched, I'm getting one.
Yeah.
Freddie Patek is running third, and I didn't want him to keep going, right? So I saw him coming, and I'm like, "Oh shit!" And slow motion was almost like. So when I got up in the air, he hit me. I rolled. I played football nice shit. So really, it looked bad. I didn't feel it. Matter of fact, if you saw me, I rolled and I didn't hit the ball because I was thinking about Freddie moving around the third. He came home, so Hal was like, I'm probably gonna call him out, right?
Yeah.
And he didn't get thrown out of the game.
Yeah. You do that now, you're like suspended like half the year.
Like I said, I can press charges. Get the cops in here.
So I do want to do. I think what I want to do now. I think I want to auction. I want to start the auction
Yes.
for the lineup card. So can you pass me that lineup card? And then Willie, somebody did ask, which is something I'm interested in as well. Why number 30?
Yes.
Oh wow, I was a big Dave Cash fan. Dave Cash was with the Philadelphia Phillies back in the day, second baseman. And I've always liked 3. Even when I was a kid, look like my little league uniforms, I always had 3. Obviously, I couldn't have 3 big Bruce. I couldn't have 3.
Of course.
Sorry, forget about that, right?
Like, can I have that?
Yeah.
No,
Oh, I'm kidding,
what are you
of
smoking, son? What are you doing? But anyway, I like 30, but I was a big 3 guy. I love
Gotcha.
number 3.
Yeah.
So we are going to now auction off. We're going to start this auction on for this lineup card. Now this is a Florida Marlins at the New York Mets. This is September 18th, 2006. Hey, we got my name on there. No, I'm kidding. That's my last name's Ross. Do you want to talk about this or just maybe this year in particular while we auction off? We're going to start off this auction while we talk about it right here.
Yeah, this is my second year. I'm just trying to get this. There gotta be some significance. I gotta.
If you don't mind, I just want to show it to you.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we're currently auctioning off this
Game used
game used lineup card signed by Willie right now. This was game used Florida at the Mets.
Some great
If anybody's
names.
interested,
Some
some absolutely
names on
great
that list,
names
too.
signed by Willie right down below as well. If anybody wants to hop on this, I know we got a crazy amount of Yankee fans in here.
Yes.
And we do have the bat.
Yes.
We'll run this again if nobody's and there are no takers on this right now. But we're going to be running the bat as well. I have no takers on this.
And
I
You
we'll take this.
officially, on September 18th, 2006, the Mets defeated the Marlins 4-0 to clinch the NL East.
Oh, so this
division.
is a clinching. This is the clinching.
Why not? We're gonna run the
We're
back.
going to run the bat in about 2 minutes.
Yeah.
In about 2 minutes, we're going to run the bat.
I knew it was in this. I knew it was something about it.
Yeah,
this
so this
is
is when the Mets
NL
clinch.
Wait a minute, I want to keep this one. I don't know.
That's
Well,
No one took it yet. No one took it yet.
Why don't we go to the back?
You know what? I think we're going to go to the bats. I'll hold this up.
And then once again, you did bring a couple lineup cards with you.
Yes,
Those will
yes.
all be available on the website, and I believe we'll have 1 or 2 available on our show Friday. if anyone joins us, if anyone is watching this at home and maybe missed out or was waiting for payday, we will have all this stuff available for our regular show Friday and going forward as well. But we're gonna go ahead and get this bat going.
If you buy a hat or so if you get the hat or the ball, I would say the ball. He can throw number 30 on that for you. Willie wouldn't mind, of course. So this is what we're going to be doing. We are going to be auctioning off this. We are auctioning off this game used Willie Randolph signed bat inscribed game used.
Yes. For that inscription, if you could just send us a quick direct message as well, just to remind us, that would be amazing.
Guys, this
And
is
why not?
currently
Here's the bat right there. If anyone's interested, this is game used signed Willie Randolph bat from. You said this was the Yankee bat, right?
yeah, Yankee bats.
Definitely Yankee bat. Yeah, I used to always take the handle up like that too. It was like something golf tape and gave me a little bit better grip. But I remember so weird how you look at certain bats and you remember how many hits you got in this sucker.
Yeah, so crazy. If you look at this, we're gonna run this again in a minute. But
Definitely had some hits on it.
this,
Look at that! Look at that sweet spot. Look at
yeah,
that.
that's
Nice.
it's got some hits on it.
Definitely.
Let's talk about it
Love
because
that bat.
amazing bat. You want to get this up again?
Yeah, I'm just gonna tag a line on it real quick.
Yeah, of course.
Because he was just asking about the bat.
Why not? Where are we at? Great.
Go.
Did you use the same model bat a lot?
No, I had maybe 3 or 4 different models that I used, but they were pretty much to even maybe medium handle bats. I used to use a really thick handle bats. It was called the Jackie Robinson type, the K44,
Yeah.
and I think I have it in there. The
Yeah, I can
K44.
go grab that real quick.
Yeah, let me talk a little bit about
Yeah, let me go grab that for
So you think it is Willie Randolph right here, and we got Why Not is about to take this bat, $4.99, game used, Willie Randolph signed. Let's see, let's go. No competition on that
There
one.
you
I
go,
love
you
it.
got
Let's
the
go. Amazing. I'm gonna put this to the side. We're gonna get that other bat out just to show.
Yes, it's that big K44. Okay, this bat here is a monster bat. It's a freaking tree trunk.
Yes, you can add 30 to it. Yes, of
Alright.
course.
Yes.
Just DM us for that, and we can get that added onto it. No problem.
But it's K44,
So, guy,
and I think Hank Cameron used this model because that's where you get the 44 from. Okay, K44, and this bat's probably like almost 40 ounces almost.
Yeah.
But I used to choke up about that much. Use it against lefties, and look, it's got a big head barrel on it.
Yeah, I was gonna say that's
You
just the visually that just looks very
Yeah,
nice.
it's huge. Now you don't see guys swing this anymore.
That's a long-
big
It's
guys.
very long. It's a big
Yeah.
yeah, I was holding
It's
this
about like
earlier.
36, 37. Now this is a bat that I use against lefties. I love to, get on top of the plate and choke up a little bit and use against left-handers. So I wouldn't use this against a righty because it's a heavy bat. So guys who do a lot of change-ups, soft tosses, I would use something heavier so I can use my hands. So, but the K44 is a great bat.
No problem, Knight. Just make sure you let us know in DMs as well. And guys, for everybody that's just joining, we
Yes.
all have a bunch of amazing 8x10s, some Yankees and Mets, and some amazing hats, baseballs. And guys, remember, we also have cases.
Yes.
And as Brandon likes to say, you always need a place to put your balls. And he says that often. So I listen the things I hear in this office.
Yes.
But just make sure we do have the cases going as well. And I was going to say something, and I just we have a buyer's giveaway. We have 2 buyer's giveaways. The 2 buyer's giveaways are going to be the signed Yankee hats, and this is specifically a buyer's giveaway. So make sure if you are interested in one of these hats that you can get for free as a giveaway. Make sure you are purchasing.
Yes.
at least one item from our shop. And we have these amazing 8x10s. Show the Mets one as well. I know
And
we all know I favor the pinstripes.
Yes,
but
and
it's
if
fine.
anyone else is interested in a game used bat, we do have one other that is available tonight. If anyone's interested, just let us know in chat. And then on top of that, those will also be available on our website coming pretty soon.
Yeah.
And then also, we actually got asked this question last night with Jim Leyritz. But do you have any good Ricky Henderson stories that you can tell us? Because this.
It looks like the first thing he thought of is something I'm not telling on camera, but let him go through a couple. No, I'm kidding.
I got so many, but mine they're crazy. I can't tell them.
Those are the ones you take with you.
Ricky Render's story. This is.
It's whatnot, it's okay.
You're not gonna have a producer here in a minute.
He would always just talk in the third person.
That's
all the
what-
time.
That's
like
what he
when you
says.
talk about Ricky.
Yeah.
Ricky likes when you talk about Ricky.
Yeah, but he was a great teammate, a funny guy. I just remember one time. And he loved to play cards, loved to gamble. Now this is when I had him as a coach. So now he's got, I'm managing the Mets. He was my first base coach, and he loved to play cards. But I said, Ricky, you really can't play cards with the players because, sometimes they get a little heated with the little wager, and I don't need you getting into little scuffles with guys, whatever. So I would tell him over and over, Ricky, don't play cards. I got you scared. Yeah, I got it, no problem. I go to another road trip, or I go to the back of the plane, he's playing cards. Then Ricky, I have my office. Ricky, you can't play cards. But no, I got you, bro. I got you, no problem. I'm good.
Ricky just wants to play cards.
And I told him this 3 times, and after a while I was like, Ricky, again, if the management comes down here and you get to something with the players over a card game, we're both gonna get fired, okay? All right? So stop playing cards. So it just, Ricky was just such a competitor. He loved to play cards. He loved to compete. When he first came up as a rookie, a lot of people hated him because he had that swag, he popping collars and everything. But great teammate. People have always asked me this question, Jesse. Who was the best player I ever played with? And I can never say who it is because I've been blessed to play with so many great people. But pound for pound, okay, Ricky Henderson was one of the best players I ever played with because he could beat you with his legs, with his glove, take you deep right off the bat, first inning home run. But he could change the complexion of the game just with his legs. Not many people can do that. Not all players can do that.
I don't think a lot of people would realize that you picked him as your first base.
Everything comes with certification.
Yes.
Everything comes with certification. Either will come. The bats are certified, or we have those. You have your bats.
Yeah.
The bats are all good. Everything that is signed tonight will be CXSteiner authenticated. Everything will have a hologram on it. So no worries. After the show, I'm gonna sit here and me personally, am going to put them all on.
Why
For
not?
the bat.
You can
I'll get you a tube for the bat. No problem. So I will personally be putting all the holograms on them and
Yes.
putting it all on myself. So I can promise you that. So so everything will have certification.
Once again, if you're interested in getting a signed hat for free on top of whatever you get tonight, we do have that buyer's giveaway going.
Yes.
I know we did get quite a few more orders, and there are people in the buyer's giveaway. So make sure if you bought something earlier and you're just hanging out listening, make sure to click on that because you will have an opportunity to win this hat. And also, you'll get some great signed items as well. And I just want to remind everyone once again, we do have these great glass cases available for sale in the Buy It Now as well. And we just got some great stuff. And I just wanted to, as we start to wrap this up, I just want to say thank you so much for coming and joining us tonight. This was a lot of fun.
It's a lot of fun. A lot of fun. And again, I think right before we end, I do want to run and see if we could possibly, if we
We have
really
one more
want.
buyer's
We have
giveaway.
one more buyer's
Yes.
giveaway, and then maybe we'll possibly try and run that lineup card again, see how people are feeling. But yes, Jay, sorry, you were saying you were.
Oh no, I was gonna say what was like Ricky Henderson had a persona.
Mhm.
What was the thing that he taught his players when he was a coach that people might not realize, but he really was good at teaching this specific skill.
Yeah. Well, Ricky was very intelligent at picking little keys on pitches, lefty, righty. There was always a telltale,
Okay,
with
why
him.
not?
Whether it was the front knee, front shoulder. He was able to study, like hitters study pitches all the time. But Ricky had a knack for just picking up one little thing that he knew that I was going to go home with. So it was that part of the game that he didn't get credit for as far as intellect, but just being aggressive and being fearless. That's what Ricky was all about. Because a lot of players are fast, but they don't trust their instincts. They kind of like, I don't get thrown out. No. You cannot. You have to be fearless if you're a base stealer. Okay, get your lead, get your keys, read the pitcher, and just run right out of hell.
Yeah, that's awesome. We have we have that lineup. Oh, we have that lineup
Yes,
card
we have
going
that
right
lineup
now.
card
This
going
is the lineup
again.
card signed as well. I'm sorry, I didn't even realize that was there. Really, what ring do you have on tonight
Yes.
specifically?
Yes, I have the 2000 World Series ring, the Subway Series. I have 11 World Series rings total, 5 American Championship, 6 World Championships as a player and a coach. But I wear this one because as a Brooklyn boy, this to me was the ultimate World Series.
Yeah.
My Mets, Yankees. Now most people don't live in New York. Like, what
Yeah.
are you talking about? No, for me, this was the ultimate. It was nerve-wracking when we finally won it. I think I slept for 2 weeks because I was so anxious, and I knew that if we didn't win this series, I couldn't show my face at the grocery store. I would have been like, bragging rights would have been out the window, okay? So this was, if you asked everybody who was on that team, we won, it was great. It was great for the city, but it was the most
Not so much for Queens, that's fine.
nerve-wracking. Yeah, it was nerve-wracking. Guys were like,
We're from Brooklyn, yeah.
exhaled when it was over, like, because Mr. Steinbrenner wouldn't have liked that if he had
Oh,
lost that series.
What was your
no.
team growing up in Brooklyn?
With my team?
Yeah.
No, I was a Met fan as a kid. I grew up a Met fan. Again, going back to Jackie Robinson, the National League, a lot of the National League players I could identify with. I was a big Roberto Clemente fan, coming up. So, and I played with a lot of neighborhood I grew up in Brownsville, Brooklyn, a lot of Latino players, and so I grew up as a Met fan. Yankees had some lean years around that time, so they weren't great, and the Mets were coming up. And when they won in '69, we went crazy.
Yeah.
I mean, the underdog Mets. I mean, we thought there's no way they're going to win. We were literally dancing in the streets. We were so excited. We came out of the house and just was running around. Well, the project, not the house, but the projects or whatever. And that's how I became in love with it. But now I have Yankee blood in me, of course.
Of course.
So that was probably special for you to win that division.
Yes.
At least in that year, yeah.
Yes. And I remember my years with the Mets, but 3.5 years, head-to-head with the Subway Series, beat the Yankees most of the time in that situation. But I had a great team. We got Jose Reyes, Luca, Beltran, Delgado, David Wright.
That's a great
I
team.
mean, Chris. Look at Cliff Floyd. I had a great. Look at those guys.
You got some great names on there.
Maybe if someone gets this, you could inscribe NL East champs on it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If anyone's interested.
If anybody's interested, again, I know we have a crew. This was the game that the Mets
The NL East in 2006.
that they clinched the AL East in '06.
NL
Is that not what I said?
I think
NL. There we go. The NL East. And
You take one of those ones out. I want to keep that one.
we're gonna keep this one now. Now everybody's gonna be like, I think we'll be pretty safe with it because this is a very heavy Yankee chat. But okay, this is a good one. As a coach, how special is it to witness good innings no-hitter?
Oh, that was special because Dwight was almost in some cases pretty much done at the time. For him to step up the way he did and just to and the backstory with that is that his father, I think his health was failing at the time, and he went out and basically pitched for his dad and just came up with an unbelievable performance.
Only 2 more hats left, guys.
Yeah, if it was a Yankee scorecard, it would have gone in seconds. It's a crazy Yankee chat, exactly. But we had to give a little bit of the Mets. It is we had to go into all of Willie's arsenal, of course. Give him a little bit of love.
Give him love.
I mean, I think we do have one Yankee scorecard, right?
Yes.
We have a Yankee
Yeah.
scorecard? Okay, hold on.
Yeah.
2 seconds. Go Brad. Guys, guess what? We have a Yankee scorecard. I was unaware of that.
Yeah.
So we can run that, and then we're gonna go on about.
Yes.
So guys, I'm gonna let everybody know we got about 5 minutes left in show. We're gonna have Willie sign everything, so it's not too late of a night. But yes, and guys, we're gonna have speaking of, we're gonna have Darryl Strawberry in
Yes.
studio on September 9th.
Just about 2 weeks away.
That show is about 2 weeks away, so make sure you go and bookmark that.
Ooh, this one's a playoff series.
Oh wow!
So this is it was the 2006,
2004.
2004, and ALDS Game 4, Yankees Twins.
Wow.
And I was the bench coach back then, so this is all my handwriting, right? Not too bad, I guess, But Joe Torre signed the bottom for me.
So yeah.
Oh, this is gonna go.
This is designed by Joe Torre as
This
well
is
as
Joe Torre assigned this as well. So you got Joe Torre and Willie Randolph right here.
Yeah.
And now watch what happens with this. Ready? So let's see.
That's a nice piece.
This is
right
a
there,
fantastic
Yankee
piece.
one.
New York Yankees at Minnesota Twins, Game 4 of the playoffs. Hold up, we're gonna run that was the Buyers giveaway, right?
Yeah, that was the Buyers. That was the last Buyers giveaway.
Last
Here we go.
Buyers
For the
giveaway, and
Yankees,
here we go for the Yankees
playoff game used scorecard signed by Willie Randolph
and Joe Torre. Absolutely sick piece that we just
So,
decided to pull
already.
out.
Yeah,
Somebody's
already.
already in. So we
Already.
said somebody was gonna be in here. This is a great piece. This is awesome. I love a scorecard.
Got a little
Yeah.
little
Got a
bit
little
of
bit,
order on
a little bit of a bidding war. I love it. I love when that happens.
Yeah.
Look,
the
also,
lineup-
can we look at this lineup?
Yes.
Jeter, Rodriguez, Sheffield, Matsui, Williams, Posada, Sierra. Oh, where's that say?
Melky Cabrera?
Yeah.
Cabrera? Melky?
Is that?
No, not
No.
Melky. Let me see.
Sorry, I
So,
can't.
wait,
Oh, is that
wait,
right here?
John Olu.
Oh, got you. And yeah, and see, this is just ridiculous.
The 2 guys from Brooklyn. Torre
And
Yeah.
Vasquez, look at this.
That's right.
It's a great Brooklyn piece.
That's right.
God, I love
And
Brooklyn.
Javier Vasquez. Yeah.
Got 8 seconds, 7 seconds.
On the
Let's see
back
who's
side,
taking
we got
it.
some great names there. Or twins.
great.
Twins.
And the Twins, yeah, as well.
Yeah.
Twins, yeah.
Johan
Stewart,
Santana.
Jones, Hunter, right? Yes, great. Oh, we got them. Well, people are going up on this.
Come
Come
on,
on.
This guy
Let's
goes for
go.
500.
If this goes for
500.
This goes for 5. I would be very happy with Mick Willie's night. Wow. There we go. Got it. We won on that one. Absolutely
That's a great
amazing.
piece.
Fantastic piece.
Nice.
Now, while we are finishing up, I would like to say,
Yes.
say gonna say 3 things. We're gonna say, 1, if you got a ball tonight and you want a case for it, we got cases.
Yes.
So make sure you get a case for your ball so that it doesn't get gross. Because keep
Yeah.
nice and safe.
Like, all my stuff's in the
UV
ball.
Nice
protection.
and safe, UV protection, not gonna get all messed up.
Yes.
2 is last minute for anything. If you want to go into the buy it now and grab whether a ball, an inscripted ball, an 8x10, anything. Some of the hats, I believe we're actually out of the hats. There might be 1 or 2 left.
Yeah, we still have 2 left.
We got 2 hats left. So you know what? I'd like both of those hats to be gone within the next 2 minutes. So if both those hats can be gone, I'd appreciate it. Willie'd appreciate it. Ethan would appreciate it. The whole team would appreciate it. Let's sell out of the hats for Willie.
Here, I'll
As a
put it
thank
down.
you. And we're gonna pin those. And we got a couple of cards. Cards we just had
Yes.
random that Willie brought from his personal collection that he had.
there
Perfect.
we
1
go.
hat left.
One hat.
Oh,
Oh,
we're
you
just
got
2. Oh,
got
I
2
love it when people listen to me. Thank you so much. And then last but not least, of course, Willie Randolph. Thank you so much for
Yes.
joining us tonight.
My
Absolute
pleasure.
Loved it.
God bless. My next birthday.
An amazing show. Sheik in the corner.
Yeah, I just
Guys,
wanted to
also we need to Rashid, come here.
Come
Get
on,
Rashid.
come on.
Guys, you guys are gonna meet Rashid. This is literally, and I will say it outwardly, one of my favorite
Yes.
coworkers. This is Rashid.
In here.
He helped us. This is his first show that he helped us with tonight. So everyone give Rashid his flowers because we love him here. He's the best. Couldn't do it without him. So thank you guys so much. We are gonna be back. Are we doing a show
Friday.
We're gonna be doing a show Friday. It's gonna be our regularly
Yes.
scheduled programming of Ethan and his fun cards.
Yeah.
And maybe
Actually,
I'll-
I'm gonna be in the warehouse.
Oh,
on
Ethan's
Friday.
doing a warehouse show on
I'm gonna
Friday,
be in the
guys.
warehouse on
I'm
Friday.
sorry. I forgot. Never mind.
Yeah.
I might be here. We're gonna see it. I might be here. It's up in the air. I might have to go back to Brooklyn. But we're gonna see what goes on. And awesome. For the last minute, guys, I'm gonna do a minute countdown. Last couple items if you want to start grabbing
Yes.
them in the buy it
You
now.
got those balls.
And
you got-
Willie, if you want to just say something to the
Yes.
chat, if you want to just say whatever, we'll sign
Oh,
off.
man, I tell you, I had a blast tonight. I feel the love coming through the screen. Thank you guys. I played for you all these years. You know, being a local guy. You know, being a Yankee. Yeah, I love winning, and you guys are the best, man. I love
Yes,
it.
we could do one. We could do one more hat. I know he wants.
Yeah.
He collects hats. So he definitely wants the hat. So yes, we're gonna add a hat right now in there
So
for
we
you.
are out of the classic navy, but we will have a couple options for you.
I know well. It's fine.
Okay.
I know.
Let me get that.
I got it. We'll be all good.
Oh,
Love you, Yankees.
So we're gonna get that in there for you, just so you can purchase that, and then we'll all be good. And I will pass it through. Just do that. Do 34, please. Thank you. Fantastic. Get that in for you and purchased. And then we will say hasta mañana or see you Friday.
Yes.
I just realized that's a see you
Frank
tomorrow.
right there.
I don't speak Spanish.
for-
And this is when I need to go to bed. So, Frank, get the hat. Also, by the way, Frank is my stepdad, so I know he wants this hat. This is why I'm going. I know he wants
So we
that.
will call you, Frank.
Frank, I'll call you
Yeah.
right now with
Yeah.
that. He's just gonna end up calling me. I'll be like, I'll put it in myself. And if he doesn't, I'm gonna yell at him, which is the fun aspect of this game.
There we
There we
There we
go.
go.
Alright, well have a great night everybody.
Mwah. Love you all.
Thank you all for
Thank you.
joining us
See
and
ya.
see you Friday.